Hi, Sue here. I'm going to introduce four-limb staff pose today, otherwise known as Chaturanga Dandasana in Sanskrit. It is part of the sun salutation flow, but can be done separately to build strength. The basic benefits of the pose is to strengthen the shoulders, the arms, the abdominals, and pretty much core stability. Also massages the internal organs. So to come into the posture, we'll begin in plank pose, Uttahita Chaturanga Dandasana. So better known as a push-up position. So the full push-up position begins with hands heavily pressed through the earth, hips dropped, belly lifted, and legs activated. To enter into Chaturanga Dandasana, you're going to shift forward to the balls of the feet. Begin to bend the elbows into the rib cage. So tricep, lower down with the breath. Find a place to hold and hover where you're comfortable. Strengthening here. From here, you can transition into the next pose, perhaps upward facing dog. Now that's not necessarily accessible for everyone, so there's modifications. We can make modifications for a weak core or weak shoulders and arms where we're trying to build strength, which I highly recommend modifying so that you can actually build your strength. So begin in a modified plank position. So knees down, walked back, hips dropped, belly lifted, and then take the gaze forward and down. Begin to shift the weight forward and then bend the elbows. Again, pressing those arms into the ribs. Just begin to see if you can lower down, perhaps chest first. Once you drop down, then you can lower the hips and maybe enter into the next posture. In this case, maybe cobra pose as you lift the heart and release down. Sometimes you might find, or someone might have, wrist issues, in which case, beginning here, you can kind of accomplish the same thing by lowering down to the forearms, so bending the elbows and just making fists perhaps here, and just practice lowering down. So you're still strengthening through the shoulders, but you're not straining the wrists. So keeping those elbows flexed, weight shifted forward, maybe lower down. Hover off the floor. Again, building strength here. Thank you for joining me, and check out more of my poses on Yoga with Sue.